Okay, so let's unpack this. Have you ever been absolutely certain about something? Felt like you really knew it.
Oh, definitely.
And then, wham, you realize you'd barely scratched the surface. It happens, right?
Uh-huh. More often probably than we like to admit.
Exactly. And that feeling, that state of thinking, when maybe, well, you don't quite. That's really the heart of our deep dive today.
Mm.
We're looking at some really interesting insights and quotes you shared with us, all focused on the perils of false knowledge.
Yeah, it's a compelling theme.
Our mission really is to get to grips with why being cautious about our own understanding, its limits, isn't just philosophical navel-gazing. It's actually crucial if you're trying to find genuine truth.
And what's really striking in this material is the distinction they draw. It's not just about simple ignorance,
Right.
not knowing something. That can usually be fixed, right? You just learn the facts.
Yeah, find a book, look it up.
Exactly. But they're pointing to something. Well, stickier.
Yeah.
More problematic.
Totally. The sources say the real danger isn't just ignorance, but what they call the illusion of knowledge.
Mm?
And it's framed as something that actively blinds the seeker of truth. Pretty strong language.
It is. And if you connect the dots in what we read, this illusion works because, well, fundamentally, appearances can deceive.
Okay.
You might see something or hear a snippet, read a headline, and think, okay, I get it.
Right, you feel informed.
But true understanding, these sources are really clear, requires going beyond the surface. It's not just about registering what you see. It's about truly grasping what you understand, like on a deeper level.
And the illusion is mistaking that surface glance for deep understanding.
Precisely.
So unlike simple ignorance where you kind of know you don't know,
Yeah, there's awareness.
this illusion gets called a dangerous trap because it convinces you you've already figured it out, you stop questioning, stop digging.
You stop see.
It's like believing, as one source puts it, that everything that shines bright is true knowledge. But the sources warn against that. Just because something looks good or sounds convincing
Doesn't mean it holds up under scrutiny.
Right, and that comfortable feeling, I already know this.
Yes. That leads straight into what the sources flag as maybe the single biggest hurdle to actually learning anything new.
Which is?
The assumption of knowing it all.
Right. If you walk into something, a topic, a discussion, whatever, thinking you've already got it sussed, then why would you listen? Why question? Why explore other angles? You've basically shut the door on growth before you even start.
That feels incredibly relevant today, with just the sheer amount of information flying around. So, okay, illusion is the danger, assuming you know is the block. How do these sources suggest we actually move towards genuine wisdom?
Well, it takes conscious effort, a real shift in how you approach things. First, the sources say you have to actively seek true knowledge, stuff beyond the surface.
And make a deliberate choice not to be fooled by the illusion of understanding. That means, examining what you think you know, critically.
Easier said than done sometimes.
Absolutely. And that brings us to maybe the most vital practice mentioned. True wisdom involves questioning what seems obvious.
Okay.
Now, this isn't about just arguing for the sake of it. It's about realizing that the beliefs we hold most deeply, the ones that feel totally obvious.
Yeah, that everybody knows that stuff.
Exactly. Those might be the most important ones to question because their obviousness could just be that illusion doing its work.
Okay, right. Challenging assumptions. Key to deeper truth. But where does someone even begin? Like, what's the first step, according to these sources?
They are really unambiguous about this. The absolute starting point, the foundation for seeking knowledge, for moving towards wisdom, is summed up in this powerful thought. Only by acknowledging our ignorance can we truly seek knowledge.
Wow. So humility, basically. It's that moment of humility, yeah.
Yeah.
It creates the space you need for learning to even happen. If you don't admit there's something you don't know.
You'll never go looking for it. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So for you listening, in this world just flooded with info, where it's so easy to scroll, skim, and feel like you're informed.
Yeah, that feeling again.
Recognizing this difference between real understanding and just the illusion. It's vital. It really changes how you might approach learning something new or, how you judge the information hitting you constantly.
Absolutely. These sources really drive home that wisdom isn't some final destination you reach. Like, okay, I know everything now.
Right. Not a finish line.
No, it's an ongoing process, a journey that really demands humility, constant questioning, and recognizing that feeling comfortable in what you think you know.
Yeah.
That's often the biggest barrier.
It really flips the script on how we often think about being smart, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if admitting ignorance is the key to even starting the search for
Hmm.
knowledge, here's something to think about.
What's just one area in your life, maybe big, maybe small, where you could benefit from questioning something that feels obvious? Or just admitting maybe there's more to learn there, something to chew on?